Before you spend $200, $300, or even more on a smartwatch, you might want to see what the budget market has to offer in 2026. From fitness-focused watches to options with massive batteries and surprisingly good displays, we've picked 10 of the best budget smartwatches of 2026. And there's a pretty big difference between number 10 and our top pick. Don't forget to check the links in the description below for today's best deals. Let's get started. Tozo S5. For those looking for an affordable, fashionable smartwatch, this is a simple entry-level solution. More than 100 different exercise modes are at your fingertips, along with a 1.43-inch AMOLED screen, Bluetooth, heart rate monitoring, SP oxygen tracking, and a resolution of 466 by 466. With its aluminum alloy body and IP68 protection, it looks more sophisticated and can withstand common everyday spills. Although the battery life can be significantly reduced with heavy use, the advertised 7 to 10 days is still respectable. The phone connection remains straightforward with Bluetooth 5.3. Notifications, simple monitoring, and everyday use are its strongest suits due to the lack of built-in GPS, NFC, and Wi-Fi. These watches are sold for prices ranging from $50 to $80. This leads us to a model that places a far greater emphasis on physical fitness. Mibro GS Active 2. As you go to GS Active 2, you'll notice that outdoor workouts take center stage. It has a body weight of just 39.9 grams, a 1.32-inch AMOLED screen with a brightness level of 1,200 nits, more than 150+ different sports modes, and water resistance up to 5 ATM. One notable feature is its dual-frequency GNSS, which allows for independent route tracking across several satellite systems. Running measures like VO2 max and training load are among the many features included in the watch, which also incorporates Bluetooth calling, heart rate, SP oxygen, sleep, and stress tracking. With about 15 hours of continuous GPS, the battery life is rated for up to 15 days of average use. For about 100, it's a good buy for runners who value GPS and endurance. However, an alternative method is available for those who prioritize long battery life above a sports-centric design. Amazfit Bip Max. When it comes to budget categories, things start to get unexpectedly intriguing with the Bip Max. Its enormous 2.07-inch AMOLED display, which can reach up to 3,000 nits, is a big attraction, and it comes with an aluminum frame. The price is roughly $100. With it, you get 4 GB of internal storage, 150+ sports modes, Bluetooth calling, offline maps, music storage, and dual-band GPS. The device has a battery life of up to 20 days, or approximately 40 hours when using continuous GPS. Its 13.24 mm thick body and absence of a physical barometric altimeter are drawbacks. In spite of this, the feature set is rather excellent considering the price. Additionally, the following watch adopts a somewhat more targeted strategy if you value running performance above possessing a massive AMOLED screen. Garmin Forerunner 55. In contrast to the majority of the smartwatches here, the Forerunner 55 adopts a completely novel approach. Running and training take precedence over ostentatious displays and lifestyle amenities. Even in wet or sweaty exercises, the 5 tactile buttons and 37-gram polymer shell make it easy to use. The case is 42 mm in diameter. Even though its 1.04-inch transflective MIP display isn't as modern as AMOLED watches, it really improves readability in direct sunlight. Body battery, Pace Pro, Garmin Coach, daily suggested workouts, and built-in GPS are some of the features. You can get up to 14 days in smartwatch mode or 20 hours of GPS use out of the battery. Runners may still get their money's worth out of it for $170. Moving on to the next watch in the list, we have now covered two quite distinct approaches at these spots. CMF Watch 3 Pro. The primary goal of this watch was to provide budget-conscious consumers with a smartwatch that looked better without breaking the bank. The 1.43-inch AMOLED screen can handle up to 670 nits of brightness and operates at 60 Hz. The body of the watch weighs around 33 grams when not wearing the band. Additionally, it has 131 sports modes, dual-band GPS, sleep monitoring, Bluetooth calling, and voice note transcription via the companion app. It can also track heart rate and oxygen. Under normal conditions, the battery life can reach 13 days. However, it drops to about 4 days when using AOD. Phone connectivity is handled by Bluetooth 5.3, although it lacks NFC, Wi-Fi, an eSIM, and a third-party app store. The pricing at introduction was $99. An even larger screen and a battery life that rivals the best on this list are up next. Xiaomi Redmi Watch 5. If you like a huge screen and don't want to charge your watch every night, the $120 Redmi Watch 5 is a great option. The 60 Hz, 2.07-inch LTPS AMOLED panel can achieve 1,500 nits, and the sleek aluminum body and stainless steel top make it look expensive. With 5 ATM water resistance, built-in multi-system GNSS, Bluetooth calling, 150-plus sports modes, and heart rate and oxygen tracking, it's a complete package. Under normal conditions, the 550 mAh battery can last up to 24 days. However, in extreme cases, that number drops significantly. While HyperOS does a good job of keeping things focused, it lacks extensive third-party apps and has limited direct message replies. Check out the next Amazfit if you're in the market for a less expensive option that doesn't skimp on fitness. Amazfit Bip 6. With a 1.97-inch AMOLED screen that reaches 2,000 nits, the Bip 6 elevates the cheap fitness strategy to the next level. With 5 ATM protection and an aluminum frame, this 27.9 grams body is perfect for the pool. Additionally, it has over 140 different sports modes, an integrated multi-system GPS, offline maps, and a health tracking system called BioTracker 6.0. Batteries can last up to 14 days on a single charge, 6 days under more demanding conditions, or 32 hours of continuous GPS use. Phone communication is handled by Bluetooth 5.2. At $80, the combination of features is appealing, even without NFC or Wi-Fi. And now we're entering models that place a greater emphasis on individuals who exercise frequently. Amazfit Active 2. Stainless steel construction, sapphire glass, and an 1.32-inch AMOLED screen with a brightness of up to 2,000 nits are all features it offers. Zepp Coach, offline maps, Bluetooth calling, more than 160-plus sports modes, and turn-by-turn navigation are all features of its software. Continuous monitoring of vital signs includes respiration rate, blood oxygen saturation, stress levels, quality of sleep, and core body temperature. With continuous GPS enabled, the battery life can reach over 21 hours, and regular use can extend the battery life to up to 10 days. In addition, there are more direct notification reply choices available to Android users compared to iPhone users. The starting price is $100. Just 2 smartwatches remain if you're looking for one that strikes a good mix between fitness tracking, aesthetics, battery life, and useful everyday functions. Huawei Watch Fit 4. With its small 27 grams casing and 1.82-inch AMOLED display rated up to 2,000 nits, the $139 to $169 Huawei Watch Fit 4 is one of the more well-rounded options here. It has 5 ATM of water resistance, 2-band GNSS support, offline maps, over a 100-plus exercise modes, and Huawei's TrueSense health tracking. It has built-in Bluetooth for making calls, and Android users may respond to texts without taking their hands off the watch. With always-on display turned on, the battery life drops to about 4 days, bringing the total to 10 days. Huawei Health is compatible with both iOS and Android devices, while there are some features that are platform-specific. On the whole, features necessitating Huawei Health Plus and a small ecosystem of third-party apps are the biggest downsides. To last, we've arrived at the pinnacle, where the goal is to design the most well-rounded bundle possible. Xiaomi Watch S4. Stylish, long-lasting, connected, and packed with features, the Xiaomi Watch S4 is the best of its kind because it doesn't rely too much on any one area. At $118, you get an aluminum shell with a rotating crown and a replaceable bezel system. The 1.43-inch AMOLED screen can reach 1,500 nits and works at 60 Hz. Among its features are 5 atmospheres of water resistance, 150+ sports modes, Bluetooth, NFC, health tracking, and multi-system dual-band GNSS. There is a 15-day maximum use time for the 486 mAh battery, or about 5 to 8 days when using more power-hungry features. Even if HyperOS 2 extends the ecosystem, third-party programs and direct message answers are still severely limited. So, that's our look at 10 budget-friendly smartwatches covering everything from basic notifications and everyday health tracking to GPS, running, workouts, and long battery life. And with that, hopefully this list makes your next smartwatch decision a little easier.